Hello everyone. Welcome to my bold and the beautiful news channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Before we dive into today's content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and show some love by giving this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Thursday, October 10, uncovered that Liam Spencer's proposition will leave Trust Logan overpowered. Liam has certainly been pulling at Trust's heartstrings with all that discussion about Beth Spencer and the difficulties they've survived. After all that they've had to deal with, Liam can't be sure about whether they truly did all that just to wind up separated. When Liam shares the amount he misses Trust, he'll try things out and indicate about assembling their family back. A thought has absolutely been at the forefront of Liam's thoughts, so he'll pitch it to Trust and check whether she'd be keen on allowing their relationship another opportunity. Notwithstanding, Trust will appear to be awkward part of the way since she's firing up something with Carter Walton and somewhat on the grounds that her union with Liam finished in misfortune. Since Trust can't believe that Liam will at any point cherish her totally, she may delicately control him away from this heartfelt gathering plan. Steffi Forrester will continuously have a piece of Liam's heart, so Trust might propose its ideal to adhere to fellowship and co-nurturing. Trust might recognize her own errors with Thomas Forrester too, and stress that Liam can never move beyond those by the same token. All things being equal, Liam might see the possibility to recover their blissful closure and attempt to lay out that image for Trust. Done with Carter, B&B spoilers say he'll struggle with concealing his new sentiment with Trust at the workplace. It seems to be Edge Forrester and Brooke Logan will test Carter about his adoration life, so they'll land in a difficult situation. Carter could concede there's somebody unique that he has his eye on, however nothing is firmly established at this point. Brooke and Edge might look for insights concerning this wonderful secret woman, however Carter won't warn them to the way that it's expectation. When Edge gets together with Taylor Hayes, he'll make sense of the jam he as of late arrived in with Steffi. Since Steffi is posing an excessive number of inquiries and has developed worried about her mom, Edge will push Taylor to tell the truth about her ailment. Taylor would rather not give Steffi or any other individual reports on her messed-up heart condition. However, Edge will attempt to persuade her that the news is not something to be humiliated about. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Edge will make a genuine request and basically Trust Taylor will admit to Steffi, so stay with us for additional expectations on what she'll choose. The bold and the beautiful spoilers recap for Tuesday, October 8th, uncovers that Trust Logan conceded she didn't see that kiss accompanying Carter Walton, yet Carter to be sure saw it coming since he'd been needing to let Trust know how astounding she was for some time now. Trust generally realized she could open up to Carter and confided in him, yet she was astonished to learn he had this impression about her. Carter didn't think he concealed it that well and got acclaim from expectation for how caring he was. After Carter discussed expectation's chance for resurrection and a reappearance of what her identity was, Trust recommended she could be a Logan coming back to life. Before, Trust had characterized herself as somebody who would have rather not turned into her mom. However, she understood how awful that sounded. Carter didn't care about Trust's muddled history and had trust for her future, a future that he said he'd actually prefer to impart to her. At the Precipitous house, Steffi Forrester partook in some heartfelt time with John Finnegan as she streaked back to when they initially got and played together the way in which he'd continuously been her legend. At Il Giardino, Liam Spencer kept humiliating Will Spencer by showing Lainey and Tony pics of his children, incorporating one with Uncle Will shirtless at a pool party. Shella Sharp ultimately strolled over and met the young ladies since she'd never seen them around. Shella contacted Leanne's shoulders and proposed to send Sweet to the table on the house. She walked off. Liam shivered over being moved by Shyla prior to continuing his partner catastrophe. Tony and Lainey avoided their right on time, so Will called Liam out for being the most awful partner of all time. In light of Lamb's response, it seemed like he realized he wasn't helping and was simply attempting to meddle with Will. Shyla acknowledged Lainey and Tony had left, so she proposed to take care of the pastry. Nonetheless, Liam dropped it and simply needed the check since he plainly wasn't anxious to stick around Shyla any longer than he needed to. Shyla smacked the check down on the table and appeared to be irritated over how Liam was acting. Will likewise tested Liam about his bombed union with Trust and recommended perhaps which split them up wasn't so unconquerable any longer. Liam admitted that Trust kissed one more man he detested, yet he stayed associated with his ex and missed her. That's what Will demanded, assuming Liam actually felt something, he ought to impart that news to Trust. In spite of the fact that Liam questioned it would work, Will proposed Liam ought to basically check it out. Before long, Brody dropped off Beth Spencer, who was invigorated when Liam recommended snatching a pizza and taking it to Trust at Forrester Manifestations. In the president's office, Carter racked up a call and grinned as he recalled his kiss with Trust prior. Next on Tuesday's B&B episode, Liam took Beth to the plant office and astonished Trust, who plunked down to partake in some pizza with them. Beth said this resembled a family supper, so Liam recalled when they used to have those and said they were so fantastic. After Beth said she adored her when they were together, Liam said he did as well. Carter seemed speculation Trust would be distant from everyone else, so he was shocked to recognize her with Liam and Beth. Since this seemed to be a family second, Carter would have rather not encroached. Despite the fact that Carter appeared to be frustrated and dubious of Trust's waiting security with Liam, Trust gave him a regretful look. The bold and the beautiful spoilers Trust should sort out where things stand with Liam, so stay with us for additional expectations on her heartfelt heading and reports on where her heart will lead her. Hope always knew she could open up to Carter and trusted him, but she was surprised to learn he felt this way about her. Carter didn't think he hit it that well and got praise from Hope for how caring he was. After Carter talked about Hope's opportunity for rebirth and a reemergence of who she was, Hope suggested she could be a Logan rising from the ashes. In the past, Hope had defined herself as someone who didn't want to become her mother, though she realized how bad that sounded. Carter didn't mind Hope's complicated history and had hope for her future, a future that he said he'd very much like to share with her. At the Cliff House, Stephanie Forrester enjoyed some romantic time with John Finnegan as she flashed back to when they first met and played up how he'd always been her hero. At Il Giardino, Liam Spencer continued embarrassing Will Spencer by showing Lainey and Tony pics of his kids, including one with Uncle Will shirtless at a pool party. Shyla Sharp eventually walked over and met the girls since she'd never seen them around before. After Shyla touched Lamb's shoulders and offered to send dessert to the table on the house, she sauntered off. Liam shuddered over being touched by Shyla before resuming his wingman disaster. Tony and Lainey ducked out of there early, so Will called Liam out for being the worst wingman ever. Based on Liam's reaction, it seemed like he knew he wasn't helping and was just trying to mess with Will. Shyla realized Lainey and Tony had left, so she offered to box up the dessert. However, Liam canceled it and just wanted the check since he clearly wasn't eager to hang around Shyla any longer than he had to. Shyla slapped the check down on the table and seemed annoyed over how Liam was acting. Will also quizzed Liam about his failed marriage to Hope and suggested maybe what split them up wasn't so insurmountable anymore. Liam confessed that Hope kissed another man he despised, but he remained connected to his ex and missed her. Will insisted that if Liam still felt something, he should share that news with Hope. Although Liam doubted it would work, Will suggested Liam should at least give it a try. Soon after, Brody dropped off Beth Spencer, who was excited when Liam suggested grabbing a pizza and taking it to Hope at Forrester Creations. In the CEO office, Carter wrapped up a call and smiled as he thought back to his kiss with Hope earlier. Next on Tuesday's B&B episode, Liam took Beth to the design office and surprised Hope, who sat down to enjoy some pizza with them. Beth said this was like a family dinner, so Liam remembered when they used to have those and said they were so great. After Beth said she loved when they were together, Liam said he did too. Carter appeared thinking Hope would be alone, so he was taken aback to spot her with Liam and Beth. Since this looked like a family moment, Carter didn't want to intrude. Although Carter seemed disappointed and suspicious of Hope's lingering bond with Liam, Hope gave him an apologetic look. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Hope will have to figure out where things stand with Liam, so stick with us for more predictions on her romantic direction and updates on where her heart will lead her. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates.